Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
We have new information for you this afternoon. One man has been arrested in West Fargo after police claim he assaulted them with a golf club. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Abby Furchner. 18-year-old Peyton Wentz has been arrested for aggravated assault, criminal mischief, and fleeing a peace officer. At 3:30 this morning, West Fargo police responded to the 800 block of Beaton Drive after multiple people claimed Wentz assaulted them with a golf club, along with damaging their vehicles. Wentz fled on foot more than once, but was tracked down by the Fargo K-9 unit. He has been booked into the Cass County Jail, where the incident is currently under investigation. Taking a live look outside right now, the clouds are rolling in, making for a gray Wednesday. For more on what to expect, let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Yeah, it really depends on where you are. Some places are enjoying some sunshine, some getting some rain right now, and Fargo's right in between those areas. This is the Colum area and the southwestern part of our viewing area. We've had some rain there and some lower visibility at times, and it's already wet there. You could see some standing water in the ditch there. Likely not from this rain. It is only adding up to about a half an inch so far, but if it keeps raining in those areas, we could start to pick up a little bit more. Here's a look at your radar and satellite map right now. Southwestern parts of our viewing area stretching back through Bismarck and down toward Mobridge in South Dakota. That's where the rain has been, and that's where it's staying. It's having trouble advancing to the east, and so that means places like Bemidji up to Roseau and Langdon, we're enjoying some good sunshine. Fargo's been on the edge of the clouds, but now it looks like the clouds are taking over more for the afternoon, and Grand Forks, same thing for you. Zooming in on that area of rain, you can see it's heaviest in Lemoore County, right over the town of Lemoore, and stretching down through Oaks and back over to Gwinner. So we'll have more on this, what we can expect for the rest of the day, and a look at what will be an active period for us in the valley as far as rain is concerned, coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thank you, Lisa. Many are now wondering how a sex offender with a history of violent offenses was able to get loose and go on the run from the state hospital in Jamestown. The Highway Patrol says 30-year-old Jerry Stewart was arrested around 6:30 this morning on Highway 281, approximately 13 miles south of Jamestown. Several drivers reported a man walking on the highway, and a trooper responded, taking Stewart into custody without incident. Authorities say Stewart escaped last night around 7. He is a registered sex offender with violent tendencies, including assault. Stewart was civilly committed with a chemical dependency. A North Dakota man wanted on outstanding warrants is in jail after police say he tried getting away from them in Jamestown. Police spotted Howard Larson Jr. last night, but he took off on foot into a wooded area. Officers set up a perimeter, then after a search were able to spot him in another car. Police say Larson attempted to flee, but they used stop sticks to eventually take him into custody. Formal charges are pending. Authorities are trying to figure out what happened before a motorcycle crashed in a ditch this morning in Clay County. Deputies got called out to Glendon around 1:30 a.m. and found a motorcycle in a ditch. One person was taken away in an ambulance, but no other details are available right now. We're waiting to hear back from deputies about what led up to the crash. Police are asking for help finding a missing Grand Forks woman. Jackie Vondel has not been seen or heard from in more than a week. If you have any information on her whereabouts, you're asked to contact Grand Forks Police. Today, the nation commemorates the end of slavery in the U.S. June 19th is considered Juneteenth. On this day in 1865, the end of the Civil War in Texas was announced, making all slaves free. The war had already been over for weeks, but news traveled slowly back then. There are often Juneteenth festivals and events planned around the country in honor of the day. President Trump launched his bid for a second term by painting a scary picture of America's future if he is not reelected. The president rallied with thousands of supporters in Orlando to officially start the campaign while he faced turmoil back in Washington. Weijia Zhang has more.
Tonight, I stand before you to officially launch my campaign for a second term as President of the United States.
President Trump and his supporters agreed on an updated campaign slogan.
Keep America great. If I lose, people are going to say, what a mistake that was. But we're not going to lose, so it's not going to matter.
But he did not offer a new agenda to go with it. Instead, the president painted a dire picture of what will happen if he loses.
Our radical Democrat opponents are driven by hatred, prejudice, and rage.
Mr. Trump only mentioned two of those opponents by name, Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, though he focused on his former rival, Hillary Clinton.
Crooked Hillary said, if I win, are you going to support me? Isn't it amazing that it worked the other way around, right? Isn't it amazing?
And he stuck to the familiar talking points that he's relied on since his unlikely first run 4 years ago.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. Our immigration laws are a disgrace.
Even though he's found those problems hard to solve in Washington.
The swamp is fighting back so viciously.
But to his loyal base who waited for days to get into the rally, the stump speech isn't the point.
No matter what the polls say or what, the news says, we love him and we got his back.
Officials say even though President Trump didn't dive into the Democratic field too deeply last night, the candidates did respond to him, including Bernie Sanders, who called watching the speech, quote, an unpleasant experience. In this morning's Consumer Alert, charitable giving dropped last year under the new tax law. According to Giving USA, Americans gave less to charity in 2018 than the year before. But giving by foundations and corporations is up. Experts say the new tax law reduced incentives for many households to donate. Among the top charitable causes Americans supported are religion and education, although both were down in contributions. The only categories that saw an increase in charitable giving were in the categories of international affairs, environmental, and animal organizations.